Rexy, where are we going? Where are we going, buddy?
He's like, put the window down.
Put the window down.
Where are we going?
Where are we going, Rexy? Are we going to Grandma's? We know. Let's go. In this video, can we splice in his first time seeing snow out here?
Yeah. Do you like the snow? Rex, where are we going?
Where are we going, Rexy?
You gonna go see Mammy? He looks at me like that.
He's like, roll down my window, okay, guys. Roll down my window. So, we're taking, that's gonna be what? Probably like 14 hours off from working. Something like that. 14, 16, probably 16 hours off. We started working about 7 o'clock last night. 6 o'clock last night. It's like 7 o'clock last night. Went over to Maddy's mom's house. Had lasagna for dinner for Thanksgiving. Talk louder, you're saying? Okay. Had lasagna for dinner. Now we're heading to my grandma's. She lives about an hour and a half away, down in the southern tier. It's kind of beautiful out here. She has a little bit of acreage that they bought when they moved out of the suburbs and into, I guess you could call it the country.
She's got how many acres?
65?
65 acres. She's in the country.
She's in the country. Okay, fair enough. So,
I mean, you can see in the video all the trees and land and stuff like that.
yeah, but like, this country compared to like the country we see when we're traveling the world,
Yeah.
traveling the country,
Yeah.
and like, we're on like, hanging out at people's like houses that have like acreage and they're on like 500 acres, 1,000 acres,
Yeah, I know.
1,500 acres, like, that's the country. But, we're gonna do Thanksgiving, and we're gonna hopefully not eat so much turkey that we become tired and my work goes, but my efficiency goes down. But we're gonna come out here, gotta spend some time with the family. We lose service in about 2 miles, so that's not gonna be a bad thing. Our phones have been going crazy since the incident, whatever you want to call it.
Everybody's sending messages of leads and parts and
greatly appreciated.
Oh, Rex decided to roll his window down.
He rolled his own window down. Do you think it's in the video?
Yeah, it's in the video.
So, Rex is like, okay, guys, if you're not gonna roll down my window, I'll roll it down myself. So he rolled down his own window. He does that occasionally if you don't have the child locks on.
Yeah.
And he just steps on. Unfortunately, he doesn't roll it back up, but whatever. So, guys, we greatly appreciate all the messages. Unfortunately,
Roll back up.
we don't have I mean, if money wasn't an option, we'd have a manager or something like that to go through all the messages and like decipher the things that we need and the things that we don't need, because it's a freaking task and a half. I don't know how some of these people do it. Well, I know how some of these, like, these real, like,
Big names.
yeah, these big names do it. We've known quite a few of those, or know quite a few of those guys. Roll it down, Rexy. You can go for it. Go on, roll it down. And man, it can be a task and a half sometimes. But we're doing the best we can. We appreciate all the messages. We hope you guys all have a happy Thanksgiving. Maddy's gonna go through and you talk for a minute.
What am I going to go through and do? I don't know what you're getting ready to say. I think today, well, I haven't really talked it over with you, but today I'm going to start sending out t-shirts. Or getting them packed so that I can drop them off at the post office to send some of these orders out. And then...
HustlinHorsepower.com.
Yeah, we've got our t-shirts.
No G, because the G's are right here.
We got our t-shirts and all that posted on the website. There's the Dig or Die challenge that we're doing posted up on the website.
Quick rundown on the Dig or Die challenge.
So basically the challenge is if you can buy a spot,
or $20 a spot.
$20 a spot, you can buy as many as you want. You can just buy one. There's no cap on how many people buy or how many spots there are. So $20 a spot, and basically the challenge is, are we gonna make it to Dig or Die with a car that we've built
And documented.
And documented, like, our build for Dig or Die. Are we going to have a car there that's ready to race?
December 3rd and 4th. It's like 7 days away.
Yeah, so...
We got to leave in 7 days from tonight. And we don't even have a body yet.
But the challenge is, if we
There's just a deer walk
make it to Dig or Die,
we get to keep the
we're
money.
going to keep the money. It's going to go towards the funds that we've had to spend to get the car fixed. If we don't make it to Dig or Die, we're going to raffle, basically do a random, raffle, everybody who participated in buying spots. And we're going to pick 3 winners. There's going to be a 60-30-10 split. And all that money that was put into the pot is going to go back to those 3 people.
And we get none of it.
Right. So, just that's a little rundown, I guess, on the challenge. Those are up on the website, HustlinHorsepower, but there's no G. HustlinHorsepower.com.
No G, because she's a G.
Yeah. And, what else do I gotta do today?
Build a car.
I'm going to start working on setting up t-shirts, like I said, packaging them up so they can be dropped off at the post office tomorrow. And people who have ordered shirts through the website.
Huge shout out to Carol Robinson, who at Crossville
folded all of our shirts and hoodies. It's making my life so much easier right now.
Thank you. And a huge shout out to the Robinson family for helping us remodel the trailer 2 weeks ago. And to Area 51 Motorsports, who gave us a spot to rebuild the motor last week. And also helped us.
Yeah, all the guys that were there to help us load
the
car up into our trailer and stuff like that. So
because that was a challenge. And to some of the spectators that were at the track or at the spot that covered the towing bill to get, because there was no way we could get the car into my enclosed trailer the way it was. So thank you to those guys that offered to cover that cost to get the car to a location that we could safely keep it until we got the wheel dollies and stuff like that to get in the car. I don't think we filmed much of that, but maybe we did. I don't know.
I don't think I did.
We need to find someone who can travel with us.
Yeah.
That can help film and stuff like that, but
we gotta just strap a GoPro to Rex.
Strap a GoPro to Rex?
Yeah.
That guy goes and wanders off more than like anyone else we know. He's got the attention span of a squirrel. He's like, oh, you guys ain't feeding me no more? I'm out.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna go eat something.
Pretty much.
Put me in the ER.
Jerk. He's feeling much better though.
Thank God. Sexy
when
Rexy.
He wasn't feeling good, how he loves to put his head up on the window, or up on his paws up on the like armrest and put his head out the window. He would not do that when he wasn't feeling good. Like, he didn't even try. And Rex,
he wouldn't even jump up on the bed. Without fail,
every single time we're in a vehicle, he puts his paws up on the armrest, wants to put his head out the window. And when he wasn't doing that, it's like another sign that you know something's not right.
He wouldn't even jump on the bed with us.
Yeah, he wouldn't go up a couple steps. He wouldn't climb up on the bed. He wouldn't get in my car.
My little buddy wasn't doing so good, so we had to save him.
But all right,
well,
we're
thank
at Grandma's.
you, KC. Sold some hoodies and stuff like that to help pay for that bill.
I'm gonna have to order more stuff for Dig or Die. We're not gonna have.
I hope we could get a car there.
I agree.
We're gonna try. 33 to 35 Dodge Body, guys. We appreciate it. We're gonna post this video maybe tonight if we get back in time. Yeah, we should be back probably around 7 o'clock, right? We could probably post it about 10 o'clock tonight. And guys, this Thanksgiving I got a little bit more different, right? Going like, so we both made posts, right? I made a post on the Hustlin' Horsepower page, and she made a post on Lady Gangster Racing, right? And like, we didn't talk about it, but like, we basically said the same damn thing, but she said it better. So go on and say it, babe.
Well, but I had a little bit longer of a post, and because I knew Thanksgiving was coming up.
Well, I was getting ready to drive, so like I didn't.
No, I know. Well, the thing was, I wrote in my notes in my phone this post while it was on my mind. Everything that was going on, you know, I had put it in my notes on my phone because I knew Thanksgiving was coming up and I knew it was something that I wanted to share. But sometimes, like, when you have a strong feeling about a topic, like, you have to write it out or say it or whatever in that moment, which is why I typed it up and put it in my notes. That way I could go back and refine it a little bit.
Okay, well, get to it and tell them.
Basically, that, like, all the troubles that we've been through the past couple months. Basically, my post was, you know, we lost the 30 last year. This year, we had a lot of other things that happened that a lot of people would look at as unfortunate, and they definitely are unfortunate, but you can't just focus on the negative thing. You gotta maybe acknowledge the negative thing about a situation so that you can learn from it, but also to be able to appreciate the good things that are, like, tied to that situation or other good events that do happen in your life. So basically, like, we've had all these hardships. We fought and fought and fought and fought to get up and above all those roadblocks and walls that are being put up in front of us. And, like, we're still going, but just to try to, whatever a situation may be, look at the positive side of it. There's always a positive side to things, so focus your mind on what's positive about a situation. Not get yourself down about the negatives.
Sometimes it's difficult.
Absolutely.
But you gotta have enough faith to keep it going. I firmly believe we could be some of the best at this in a few more years. Our rate of progression is pretty decent. Unfortunately, we don't get to film it all because, like, we're so damn busy working. But this car's had all the potential to win several big ones this year.
We've been to a good amount of finals or like semifinals.
I think 7 finals. I think it was 7 finals this year with a car that's only been together 5 months, and it ain't your normal car. It's completely different. We don't get to bounce ideas off other people. It's everything that's basically up in my head. And Maddy, unfortunately or fortunately, whatever way you want to look at it, Maddy only knows basically the things that I've taught her, right? So, like, fortunately enough, I got some buddies that, like, that are very diversified in different motorsports aspects, not just drag racing or no prep racing, like circle track stuff or dirt track stuff. And I'll send them a message and be like, hey, this is what I'm thinking about. Based off of your knowledge and stuff like that, you think it's going to work? And sometimes they say no, and I do it anyways and it works. Sometimes they say, yeah, it's going to work, and, like, we do it, and, like, it works phenomenal, right?
Sometimes things don't work at all.
So, like, sometimes the things that, like, I think is going to work and they think is going to work, it doesn't have much of it, doesn't really change things. But at the same time, right?
For the amount of work that you put in to make that change, the result of that change isn't big enough for it to be worth it.
That is correct. But there's also some changes that we made that were, like, it wasn't much of a change, right? But when we incorporate the next thing on top of that one change that didn't make much of a difference, when we add the second change to it, it just, like, they work together and it just works phenomenal. And it's starting to become a very, like, smooth operation. A lot of people are like, oh, that car doesn't leave hard, or the car doesn't do this, or the car doesn't do that. And it's just like, you got to make it as smooth as possible. And that car was getting smooth, like smooth and fast, and a very, very consistent rate of acceleration throughout the whole pass. And that's very crucial in this no prep stuff. Just because the change of the pressure on the rear tire, and I could get into a whole bunch of technicalities on that, but, like, we got to keep that pressure on the rear tire as consistent as possible for the full, whatever it is, whether it's a friggin' 490 pass or a friggin' 6.0 pass, depending on what surface we're on, right? you got to keep that consistent, as that pressure on the tire as consistent as possible, so your rate of acceleration can be as consistent as possible, and you can run the car on a what do you want to call it, like a efficiency range that's as efficient as possible without, you know, blowing the tires off or getting squirrely or this or that. And once you find those trends, you just keep on bumping it up, or slowing it down, and you can keep everything working in unison. But yeah.
You ready to go see Grandma?
Yeah, it's time to go see Grandma. We appreciate it, guys. Hustlin' Horsepower, Lady Gangster Racing, HustlinHorsepower.com for merchandise. If you know of a body or anything or parts for sale that we need, that's HustlinHorsepower at yahoo.com. No G.
Because I'm the G.
Because she's a G. Yeah. I'm just an idiot. But, we're going to try it. 7 days from tonight, we have to leave for North Carolina for Rockingham. We'll be there either way. The goal is to be there with the car that we built. If not, we have a couple of options to drive other cars. One of those cars has potential to win it too. If I've only driven that car once. Have I driven that car once? I haven't driven that car once, but it is a Holley EFI car, and I know the power management on the Holley EFI side of things pretty well. I could transfer over my advanced tables from the Holley system over to that system and make some stuff work. The car's done some no prep stuff. Not necessarily the back end of the track stuff, but I think I could make it work. I don't know if we could win. I don't know if the car's competitive enough to win, but we could definitely go some rounds with that car. So if I was on my game, but we'll see. I'm out.
You gotta let me out.
Right here. Gotta be a gentleman. Gentleman in training.
In training. So my window won't roll down because the motor quit working. So we got my window back up.
Then we had a tech screwed in there.
Yeah.
We had to put some self-tappers in it.
But then, when we put my door back together, the cable had like a little...
It was frayed.
Yeah. A little like damage to it or whatever. So now my door doesn't open. But, alright. No. Don't jump on me.
Get down.
Crazy dog. Alright.
We out.